Well, hello again. Here I am giving you two points of view on a lot of major questions and hoping that it stimulates your thinking on the subject. And at the end, I'll give you my take, particularly on this one. So, the question for today is should I vote for Trump? Well, gosh, talk about a controversial but nonetheless timely subject. Here we go with the yes answers, the pro-Trump group. Number one, the stock market has been quite favorably impressed with Trump. Even though it dropped a lot with the coronavirus, it has kind of stayed steady after the initial drop, which of course would have happened under any president. And so I really feel that the nation's economy and financial markets with Donald Trump are in good hands. The second reason I like him is he doesn't put up with any of this politically correct nonsense, pulling down statues, renaming football teams, taking the knee, all that kind of thing. It just isn't American, and he recognizes that, and so I support him on that as well. Number three, he got elected by challenging the corrupt Washington political establishment. And it's pretty bad there, and he's an outsider, he knows it, and he's a refreshing new arrival on the scene. He didn't have to kowtow to any of the usual forces at work in Washington, and we need a bit more of that. So, go Donald. And finally, I'm a patriotic American. I like the idea of a politician standing up and saying things like, "Make America great again." That's what I want. I love America. I love Donald. Well, needless to say, there are some negatives as well. Some people that don't like Trump and probably don't want to see him reelected and won't vote for him. The first one is that his managerial competence is certainly in question. He's done an abysmal job of managing the coronavirus, pretending that it didn't exist until he was absolutely forced to, and not really doing anything about it. He hasn't taken a tough stand on it, and as a consequence, the coronavirus situation in America is just about the worst in the world. Second, he's a pathological liar. Now, of course, lying isn't an unknown phenomenon among leading politicians, but Donald Trump really takes the cake. The Washington Post keeps track of his lies, and during his presidency so far, they've counted 20,000, which is a pretty impressive figure. Number three, he might well be a crook, a financially dodgy and evasive person. Why has he resisted so strongly the release of his tax returns? It certainly makes me wonder. I suspect he's probably done far worse than he says, which of course would affect his ego view of himself. But beyond that, he's probably been in trouble with the law and doesn't want to admit it. Next, he's not a inclusive person at all. He's racially divisive. He's misogynistic. He's not a gentleman. He's certainly not the kind of person that my wife and I would invite round for dinner. And then finally, he is widely seen as a buffoon, an incompetent fool, a man who sometimes can't put a sentence together, mispronounces the names of countries, and in general is an embarrassment for Americans. Isn't that awful? How dreadful for America to have become a kind of laughingstock around the world thanks to its president. Well, my take on this one isn't too hard to predict. I've often taken a kind of a middle ground on the subjects that I've dealt with in this series, but not so here. As someone recently said in a viral YouTube video, I'd rather vote for a can of tomato juice than I would for Donald Trump. Well, that's the way I feel. So I hope that doesn't offend you Trump supporters or anyone else for that matter, but in any case, if you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and tell your friends about it. And in any case, thanks a lot for watching. See you at the next one. Bye-bye.